So here's a question for you. What are the best investments to prepare your portfolio for a potential market correction or even a recession? I've covered individual ETFs before, but what about a structured portfolio? Volatility is ramping up fast, unemployment is rising, and inflation still isn't cooling as much as we've hoped. After the Fed's recent comments on rates and an uncertain outlook, investors are on edge. And big tech earnings are sparking volatility as sky-high valuations are coming under pressure. Smart investors know that risk management matters now more than ever. But here's the dilemma. Go too defensive and you miss opportunity. Stay too aggressive and you're exposed when markets turn. So how do you balance both? The classic answer is diversification, but true diversification means holding non-correlating assets. And my approach is to diversify while maximizing portfolio income. By holding investments that generate consistent income and distribute most of their total return as dividends. High-income investments, most notably covered call ETFs, shine in this environment for two reasons. The high income smooths volatility, counteracting dropping stock prices, and the cash flow allows investors to dollar-cost average into quality assets when they go on sale. Another key advantage is that in high volatility markets, these ETFs actually earn more income. Thanks to Vega, option premiums rise with volatility, boosting payouts when investors need them the most. I'm going to break down a 3 ETF high-income portfolio built to generate around a 12% annual yield. Each ETF is built to target a different market role. We have one for AI exposure with built-in downside protection, another for defensive value stocks for stability and income, and a true hedge for when uncertainty spikes. All right, the first ETF focuses on capturing the growth and momentum of the ongoing AI trend while layering it with a high-income strategy. Investors have plenty of choices here, most notably high-income covered call ETFs on the Nasdaq 100 or the S&P 500, such as QQQI, JEPQ, GPIQ, SPYI, or GPIX. They sell call options on their index with varying strategies to generate strong yields while maintaining exposure to the ongoing AI boom, offering 30% less volatility than the QQQ and the S&P 500. Most of these ETFs simply track the index they write calls on. But in my view, the real edge comes from active management with a quality tilt, and that is where QDVO stands out. QDVO delivers around a 10% yield, but stands apart through active stock selection. Its managers handpick large-cap growth companies with strong earnings, solid cash flow, and favorable sector trends, adjusting allocations based on fundamentals and macro signals rather than passive weighting. That, in my opinion, gives QDVO a distinct quality and tactical advantage in today's market. Of course, active managed funds do come with risks as managers can make mistakes. QDVO's assets under management are growing rapidly, closing in on $500 million, and it's already outperforming JEPQ and QQQI, both of which have shown much lower volatility than the QQQ itself. QDVO isn't market cap weighted, and its option strategy is tactical. The fund managers only sell calls on select stocks they believe offer the best premium potential. That allows QDVO to generate high income while still capturing upside when markets rebound. Now, aside from ETFs, when it comes to portfolio construction, I like to complement my allocations with individual stocks as well. And to be completely transparent, the main goal here is to enhance total returns through strategic exposure, which means selecting stocks that show strong momentum, consistent earnings growth, and powerful upside potential based on the current market environment. One of my favorite tools for this is Investing Pro, which is the flagship product of investing.com. And among Investing Pro's different features, the one I use the most is ProPicks AI. This feature builds model portfolios based on different strategies, such as tech titans, Warren Buffett's top 15, healthcare heroes, small cap sprinters, or the S&P 500 value portfolio. And inside each model, you can explore their historical performance, rebalance timelines, and risk profiles, all presented in an easy to analyze format. Every portfolio includes a detailed breakdown of each stock's financial health, earnings, cash flow, valuation, and even timestamps of when the position was opened or closed. And that brings me to today's video sponsor, investing.com. I'm very excited to share that investing.com has officially launched their Black Friday early bird sale where you can get up to 55% off their plans. And if you use my link, you will get an additional 15% off on top of that, which means you can get up to 70% off. Investing Pro gives you access to a massive database of global stocks and ETFs, which is backed by deep financial data, research tools, portfolio analytics, and both technical and fundamental insights. It even integrates AI-driven investment ideas that help streamline your research and idea generation. I personally use Investing Pro to simplify my research process, as it helps me cut through the noise, identify quality opportunities faster, and structure smarter portfolios. You'll also find portfolios from top fund managers like Ray Dalio and Warren Buffett, which you can analyze or even replicate directly inside the platform. As always, past performance is not indicative of future results, and this is not financial advice. I am simply sharing one of the tools I personally use to enhance my own research. Another one of my favorite features is Warren AI, which is like their version of ChatGPT, but with access to a real financial database. So when you ask it a question, the response isn't just surface level, it is backed by actual data and analytics from their system. There's a lot to explore inside the platform, and if you'd like to check it out, you can use my link or code Victoria Media to get an additional 15% off, which is stackable with any of their ongoing sales, including the Black Friday discount, for a total savings of up to 70% off. Moving on to the second ETF category, we have JEPI and Devo, two powerhouse funds that focus on the value side of the market. Unlike the tech-heavy ETFs we discussed earlier, these emphasize sectors like financials, consumer defensives, and industrials. JEPI is a high-income ETF that invests in low-volatility, value-oriented stocks within the S&P 500, then sells out-of-the-money call options on the index to generate premium income. And this strategy has made JEPI one of the most popular ETFs in the world, with over $40 billion in assets under management and a dividend yield of around 9%. During the 2022 bear market, JEPI only fell about 3%, while the S&P 500 dropped roughly 20%, offering exactly the kind of downside cushion defensive investors look for. Devo, on the other hand, takes a more active approach. With nearly $6 billion in assets, the fund targets high-quality, value-oriented stocks with strong earnings and growth potential, but layers on a tactical covered call strategy to boost income. The key difference is that Devo is more value-focused, whereas QDVO leans toward growth. In that same 2022 bear market, Devo only dropped about 1.5%, which is remarkable for an equity ETF. Now, over the past year, Devo has outperformed JEPI, though it's worth noting that in 2023, JEPI led the way. Past performance isn't a guarantee of future performance, but it highlights how each ETF performs differently in varying environments. JEPI's strategy mirrors JEPQ's structure, except it sells calls on the S&P 500 instead of the Nasdaq 100. And this is unique because JEPI's portfolio doesn't directly mirror the S&P 500. It holds low volatility value stocks while its options overlay is written on the broader index. And that allows JEPI to capture S&P 500 volatility for higher premium income, which is a huge advantage when markets turn choppy. By contrast, Devo sells call options on individual holdings rather than an index, which makes it more tactical and flexible during market recoveries. Now, JEPI's yield sits near 9%, while Devo's is closer to 5%, but Devo has often delivered stronger total returns, recently outperforming major dividend ETFs like SCHD. Pairing these ETFs together can be a powerful way to blend growth, income, and defense. Some effective combinations include JEPQ and JEPI, QQQI and JEPI, QQQI and Devo, JEPQ and Devo, QDVO and JEPI, QDVO and Devo. Each of these combinations offers high income, broad diversification, and a volatility buffer, which is ideal in today's unpredictable market. Of course, there are other options, which I'll talk about in another video. Now, there's a third component that most investors overlook, and that is a true hedge in a sudden market sell-off. During corrections or recessions, equities across the board face heavy selling pressure. And historically, the number one asset investors flock to for safety is bonds. When economic uncertainty rises and the Federal Reserve begins cutting interest rates to stimulate growth, bond prices typically surge, because interest rates and bond prices move inversely. The key here is duration. The longer a bond's duration, the more sensitive it is to rate changes. That is why 20-plus year Treasury bonds often outperform in recessionary or risk-off environments. We've seen this pattern repeatedly, from the April sell-off to the most recent market pullback. Now, you might be wondering, didn't the Fed just hint that rate cuts are uncertain, and shouldn't this hurt bond ETFs? In theory, yes, higher yields can pressure bond prices. And we saw that recently when 10-year yields rallied this week. But in a risk-off environment, bonds aren't just an interest rate play, they become a market hedge. And because I always look for an income edge, my preferred play here is TLTW. TLTW is a covered call ETF built on TLT, which holds long-duration US Treasuries. By selling 2% out of the money call options, TLTW generates an impressive 16% yield distributed monthly. It uses the same principle as the equity covered call ETFs we discussed, turning volatility into income. Since inception, TLTW has outperformed TLT by a wide margin because it captures that volatility premium so effectively. You can clearly see that in the recent sell-off, TLTW heavily outperformed equity ETFs. Of course, long-duration bond ETFs carry higher interest rate sensitivity. And we saw that this week when 10-year yields skyrocketed 2% and TLTW fell 1%. But overall, it captures less volatility than TLT, which is why I prefer the income-generating version. But it is not the only choice. We also have CGCP, the low volatility alternative. It is an actively managed bond ETF that blends short, medium, and long-duration bonds across sectors. The managers tactically allocate to high-yielding bonds to enhance income, resulting in a 5% yield, which is higher than most passive bond ETFs. With $6 billion in assets, CGCP is more conservative, offering smoother returns and broader diversification. But again, there are other choices like IEF, for example, which simply holds 7 to 10-year treasury bonds, and this ETF is more sensitive than CGCP, but less sensitive than TLTW, so you can have a middle ground there. Ultimately, all three ETFs, TLTW, IEF, and CGCP, provide income and defensive exposure to the bond market, but at different risk levels. And your choice depends on whether you prioritize maximum income or minimum volatility. So now you have three strategies here, each serving a different purpose. QDVO, high income, active management with strong AI and tech exposure, perfect for capturing growth while building cash flow. DEVO, high income, active management with defensive, value-oriented holdings, smooths volatility and protects your downside. And TLTW, bond-based income that appreciates when uncertainty rises and rates drop, your true hedge. Now, depending on your risk sentiment, the allocation percentage of these three ETFs can heavily impact your total returns. But of course, that is up to you to decide. And again, these are not the only options. And remember, high income will never outperform pure growth. But the trade-off for lagging growth is the ability to minimize risk and volatility. And that is all for this one. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial, investment, tax, or legal advice. Discussions of ETFs, investing strategies, market updates, or specific funds are general, not tailored to your financial situation, and should not be relied upon for decision-making. Investing involves significant risks, including total loss of principal, and past performance does not guarantee future results. I am not a registered financial advisor. My content reflects personal research and publicly available information. I may earn affiliate commissions from mentioned products or links disclosed per FTC guidelines, but these do not influence my opinions. Always consult a licensed financial professional and verify information independently. By watching this, you agree I am not liable for any losses or consequences from your actions. International viewers should consult local regulations.